army confirms air strikes, arrests 20 Ipob members, and recovers arms. Soldiers of the 82 Division of the Army have arrested 20 suspected members of the indigenous people of Biafra and handed them over to the Nigerian police. The alleged Ipob consisted of 16 men and 4 women. The Deputy Director of the Army Public Relations, Colonel Aliyu Yusuf, disclosed this on Monday while giving an update on the alleged 16 male members and 4 female members of Ipob apprehended. So what is their crime? Well, he said on the activities of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra members through its unreasonable demand for succession, Ipob has continued to interrupt the security situation in 34 Brigade area of responsibility. The activities of the threat elements have led to an increase in organized crimes such as robbery, kidnapping, and other sundry criminal acts. Recently, there have been various attacks on civilians, police, and military personnel on checkpoints and escort duty. Well, prove it. It is as a result of the activities that these criminal activities and these elements that appropriate superior authority directed the conduct of aggressive patrol within the area to safeguard the lives and property of law-abiding citizens. It's the irony for me. People are dying. They are refugees. They're Nigerian refugees in Benin Republic, and you have not gone there to go face the Fulani herdsmen. But when it comes to Ipob, you want to show your weak power. Get all the way out of here. On Thursday, 7th of January 2021, following the incessant robbery and killing of civilians and security operatives suspected by Ipob militia within Orlu, senatorial zone troops of 34 Brigade were deployed in Orlu and its environs to commence effective patrol and dominance of the area to forestall activities of Ipob. On Thursday, the 7th of January, our troops, in conjunction with the Nigerian police, conducted raid operation of a suspected hideout of the armed group in Umutanze community in Orlu local government area. An SUV Lexus 330 with registration number was intercepted with 5 occupants suspected to be members of Ipob. On sighting our troops, 4 of the occupants absconded. However, one, Mr. Freedom Udochukwu Nwachukwu, was arrested and handed over to the police for further interrogation. Wow. I mean, it's sad. It's just these stories continue to be sad, and as I've said before, things are gonna get worse, and they are getting worse. Is the irony of the government. They like to show their power and their security forces using all these big names and division of the police academy or the division of the army or the military, using all these titles to make it seem like, oh, they're effective, but we see through you. Who are they trying to deceive? Someone says people in IDP camps in the north are being kidnapped and redisplaced. You people are in a peaceful region looking for innocent people to molest, but get this straight: if you don't leave ESN and Easterners alone, the north will keep going up in flames. Don't fight a region under grace because you'll be consumed. True. Don't fight a region under grace because the Ipob they're on a different level. Someone here says, I don't support crime and criminality of any form, but I wish the Nigerian army would use the same force and tactics against the bandits. Absolutely. It's their responsibility because as Nigerians, we are meant to be protected by this government because we put them there. Allegedly, because again, when you bring the arguments of corruption and if the votes actually counted, well, there were votes. We don't know where the invisible votes came from, but those votes count for people. So those votes keep them there for a reason, and that reason is for us to be protected and to have, rights as Nigerians. Like, what do we gain? Like, what do we gain as Nigerians? What can we say that, okay, fine, being a citizen of Nigeria, these are the benefits I'm entitled to? Exactly. The silence. It's a silence for me because it's nothing. Someone here says they should put more energy on this side of the north. It's true. They should put more energy on the side of the north, and it just is what it is. Someone says the same army that ran away, look at them arresting Ipob members. Shame will not let army tell the truth. Again, I'd want to believe that I'd want to believe that the army is fully made up of northerners. I'd want to believe that because you can't be a Yoruba or an Igbo person or from any other, tribe in Nigeria in the southern part and take orders to go and betray your own people. It doesn't make sense. It's a different thing if it's northern people and they've been told a skewed and fractional story of what the south of the country is like, and they've been trained and conditioned to think like that through their minds. But I don't want to believe, well, I can't actually believe that, people are betraying their own people, because we can see with Igbo governors and the way they just go against their own people. But then you going to go and kill your own people and just go against, it doesn't make sense. And you can't tell me that they have no right to retire. Like, I don't know how the military works, but if the military literally decided we're not going to obey and we're not doing this, and they protested, a major change will happen because the government will have nobody to do their dirty work. So the military, the police, and the security forces, they all have a huge role, because these governments will not send their children to go and fight. They will not. So when the police force actually protest, because we are protesting for their own good as well. So if they come with us and they literally be like, you know what, we're not going to carry out your dirty work, things will actually change. Because again, the government, they will not send their own children. And then the real governments will then show themselves. Because if they do find, security forces from elsewhere that are not Nigerians, then we know that, oh, wow, Nigeria is not truly really Nigeria, and there's an ulterior motive to destroy the country. But yeah, I don't know how it's going to happen, but for change to happen, the military and the police people cannot be instrumental. You can't let these people use you to cause damage, because at the end of the day, the government is an influence. You doing it, the blame is on you. So again, it's sad. And the final thing I do want to say, because I'm actually directing this message at the military people. In the words of Fela Anikulapo Kuti, he made a song called Zombie. You can spell that out. Do not be that. You should not be that, because that makes you an embarrassment. It makes you a sycophant. And what? You should be very, very ashamed of yourself. Put what you think in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.